Hi guys, welcome back to Twas Grace Ministry. I am Dotch. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you are subscribed, please share my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Today I wanted to come on here to talk just really from my heart about some stuff that's been on my heart. And also just some things that God has been speaking to me. And this video is kind of like in response to Marcus Rogers' video. I want to say that I stand in agreement with a lot of things that Marcus has talked about. A lot of things that he said even last year has come to pass this year. And I'm not into politics. I really don't care, because I trust in God to provide, to make a way for me, to sustain my life, So my only concern is that whoever is chosen to be a leader of the country, I just desire for that person to do things according to the well-being of the people, the country, and the things of God, And so this year I chose to vote differently because I want to stand in agreement with, whatever it is that God, that is biblical, I have a different stance on certain things than I did in the past. And so this year I voted a different way. And it's not about the presidents for me. It's about, what it is that God will see as righteous or the right thing to stand in agreement with. But anyways, if you notice that my channel, I talk a lot about the Jezebel spirit. And I had no clue about the Jezebel spirit until January 2020. The Lord revealed to me and confirmed to me about the Jezebel spirit and how it has affected my life. And so he told me to write a book about it and to share it, on how demonic and deep, this spirit operates. And I noticed that a lot of people refer to this spirit as the narcissist. But really what we have to understand is that we live in a spiritual world. We are spirits living in fleshly bodies, and God is spirit. So is the devil. And so, Ephesians 6 tells us that, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual beings in high places. And so we have to understand that we're in a spiritual warfare. This whole year has been spiritual warfare. And I think that a lot of Christians, we are believers, haven't really been, in the spirit as we need to be, worshiping God and seeking God for answers to what's happening in the world. And I do believe that the Lord has allowed a lot of this to take place because it's so much wickedness in the world, and the world is really, turning away from the things of God, even in the churches. I think this was a season of heart check for all of us, for us to realize that, life is precious. Life is a gift, and I think during the pandemic, it was a time for us all to evaluate, our lives and our relationship with God and who God is to us. And, because many of us depended on other things, other people, and not God. But God doesn't want us to live life like that. He wants us to live life depending on him and him alone. I had to learn that in my own life. I took a lot of losses with family members, people that I dearly loved, and it was a hard check for me. It was, who do you trust? Who do you rely on? And God is like, I need you to depend on me. I need you to rely on me. And so that's the lesson that I've learned over this past year. And I think that a lot of us need to get back to depending on the things of God, depending on God to provide, to make a way, because we can't depend on people. We can't depend on governments. We can't depend on anybody. And so what I wanted to say is, and this is my book here. This is my book, Grace for Dodge. I named it Grace for Dodge because you can see, there it is. You can see that my story is about rebellion, and how the Jezebel spirit influenced me. And when we look in the Bible, we see the story of Jezebel, and we see Christ in Revelation talking about how Jezebel, how she seduced the people of God to sin against him, with worshiping, to basically turning away from him and worshiping other things. And an idol can be anything. Worshiping idols. An idol can be anything. Anything that you put before God. Anything that, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. Whatever you placing before the Lord is an idol. And also Jezebel, she seduced the people of God into sexual immorality. Basically, things that are not according to what God say is righteous sexually. Whether that's, anything outside of a heterosexual relationship is not biblical. Whether it's sleeping with animals, whether it's sleeping in adulterous relationships, whether it's fornicating out of marriage, whether it's bisexual relationships, whether it's anything that is not the original way, the natural way, the things of God, is sexual immorality. Is not normal. But anyways, what I wanted to say was that Marcus is absolutely right about the Jezebel spirit is wreaking havoc on the earth right now. And God, I believe he gave me this book and to tell my story because he knew that what we were going to see this year. And one thing about the Jezebel spirit is they want power. They want control. These people who operate in this spirit think that they are gods. They want to be worshipped. They want to be idolized. They want to be in control. They want to dominate everything and everyone around them. Anybody who has experienced a narcissist, that's what the Jezebel spirit does. That's who the narcissist is, the Jezebel spirit. This is spiritual. And so when you can't deal with spiritual things in the natural. You have to deal with spiritual things in the spirit. And that's through fasting and praying and seeking God to defend us. Just as he did in the Bible, with the Israelites. He fought against Pharaoh in the spirit. And he used nature to defeat him. And so what I believe is that God is calling Christians, believers, not Christians, but believers, because anybody and everybody say they're Christians, but believers, people who really believe in him. He's calling us to really depend on him and his word and to trust his word and not the words of the media. Marcus is absolutely right. The Jezebel spirit is operating in the media. They are trying to silence the truth. The Lord showed me that in a dream, that that myself and many of his prophets and just anybody who's speaking truth, that the enemy was trying to silence us. I remember in the dream that the enemy, I was sitting in my truck and he came up on, I couldn't see his face, but he came outside of my truck and he had a knife and he put something over my mouth. I couldn't speak. And he put a handicap decal on my mirror, on my, in my car. And, I knew what that meant was that he was trying to handicap me, and he was doing it forcefully with a knife. When I seen the knife that he had, I knew he was doing it in a forceful way, in an aggressive way. And when I got up from the dream, I immediately got a download from the Lord that the enemy is trying to silence you, trying to get you to stop speaking the truth. And so I immediately was like afraid, because I'm like, wow, like that was deep. You know, it was very evil and demonic how the enemy came to me in the dream with the knife. And then he put something on my mouth. I couldn't speak. And what we know in the Bible with the Jezebel spirit was she tried to silence the prophets. She killed them. She killed the prophets of God. Because why? The devil hates when you speak the truth. They don't want the truth to be out. Why? So they can continue their demonic activity. And so we know that those of you who have experience with the narcissist, what they do, lie, to steal, kill, and destroy. And they use all of their tactics to do it. They try to make everybody think that you are a lunatic, you crazy. They go around and talk about you like a dog to everybody, lie on you and everything. Anybody who experience a narcissist know the hell that comes with that. And that ain't nothing but the Jezebel spirit. That's what it is. And we have to really call this what it is, a spiritual attack, the Jezebel, the spirit attack. That's what this is. This is biblical. Then it's not just a narcissist. This is a spirit behind this person, these people. And there's a lot of people that are in government positions in the medical field. A few other people I want to say on here, but I'm not gonna say their names. But I definitely believe that these people are operating in a demonic way. This doctor who said something back in 2017 that Trump was going to experience a surprise outbreak. I'm trying to understand, what is a surprise outbreak? Why would a doctor say something like that and then come and tell us a whole nother story? But you knew about a surprise outbreak back in 2017. We really have to ask ourselves, what's really going on? But I'm going to tell you what's going on. This is the Jezebel spirit operating to dominate, to control, and to manipulate and destroy the people of God. And if we don't open our mouths up and speak up, tell the truth. If you got a revelation from God, if God showed you something, told you something, you know it was the Lord, speak up and don't let nobody silence you. Because like Marcus was saying in that video, I think that a lot of people are getting quiet because you got your family attacking you. Everybody think you crazy. You done lost your mind. You vote for this person. You vote for that person. It's just the craziest thing I've ever seen. I really don't care nothing about now one of these people. Because guess what? Now one of these presidents or anybody really knows what it's like to be a common person. But we falling out with each other about somebody else. When these folks really don't care one way or the other about it. A lot of us. It's all about money and power and control for them. But as believers, we just need to get back to the things of God. And like Marcus was saying, about us being silent and stuff like that. I think that a lot of us being silent because we are tired of being attacked. We are tired of looking crazy. I had a pastor tell me that I may have misheard God. You never tell a person that they misheard anything from the Lord. Because one thing about it, I'm not going to lie on my God. And I want to say another thing to a lot of you believers. You better be more afraid of Jehovah, Jesus, and his judgment on you than these demons out here. I know that from a personal experience in my life. That story of Jonah in the Bible, I can relate to that story. That's what I wrote my book about. That's the reason why I talk about grace a lot. Because what I did was I knew that the Lord told me to go and talk to the people, to tell the people. I knew I had an assignment on my life to speak the things of God, and I did not do it. Just like Jonah, if you going to pass judgment on them, you go right ahead, leave me out of it. But guess what? That's not my anointing no more. I'm going to speak and I'm going to say what thus said the Lord, and I don't care who don't like it, because guess what? You ain't got a heaven or hell to throw me into. I have to answer to Jehovah when he asked me what did I do with what he gave me. That's what I'm afraid of. So I don't care what these demons out here talking about. I'm going to say what God told me to say. I don't care who don't like it. And I think that that's the attitude that a lot of us need to carry, because judgment is coming. And when it come to your doorstep, it's going to be too late. Too late. So it's time for us to rise up in our authority and speak the truth, the things of God, the righteous things. And not be afraid of what Jezebel is going to do, what the narcissist is going to do. Speak to glorify your God. Because at the end of the day, he is what matters the most. The things of this world is all going to perish. The people in these high positions are all going to perish. But when judgment comes, I just want to be on the right side of the fence. So I just wanted to get on here and to just say that Marcus Rogers, keep being faithful to the Lord. You have literally been a blessing to me. I have been watching him for the past almost 2 years now. And a lot of what he said has came to pass. When he talked about a collision was happening, all of the different stuff. Nobody's getting on here for clout. Nobody care about that stuff. This is our lives at stake. And we really need to be about our Father's business and do what it is God told us to do, say what he told us to say. Because people's lives are on the line. Your life is on the line. So I just pray that we all will be faithful to God, because he is so faithful to us. God loves us so much, and he wants the best for us. And my heart goes out to everybody who lost a loved one this year. I pray that God will, heal your broken hearts, as I know he'll do it. He did it for me. Those of you who may be without work, without finances, I pray that God will make a miracle happen to bless you, to help you with whatever you need. And I just pray, guys, that we will just really, really get back to serving God and being faithful to him, because he loves us and he is for us and not against us. The enemy of this world, the devil, he is the one against us, not God. But I just want to say, Marcus, continue to be faithful and serving the Lord. God is pleased with you. You are one of the faithful soldiers. And so I just pray that you don't get discouraged. You just keep your faith. And I pray God's protection over you and over your family and over your businesses and your ministry. And just thank you for being faithful to continue to encourage those who feel like they don't want to speak no more. They don't want to, stand for the righteous thing of God no more, because of being persecuted. But hey, if our Father suffered like that, we gonna have to suffer too. He said when we suffer with him, we'll reign with him too. And so we have to trust his word. Trust his word. He ain't give us that Bible for nothing. Those are testimonies to his truth. You have your own personal story with the Lord. He is faithful. These are things that he told us about that we're going to have to go through. We're going to have to endure these things. But guess what? The Lord we get our strength, our joy from the Lord. My strength and my joy comes from the Lord alone, not the things of this world. But God bless you, everybody. And I just wanted to get on here to just, testify to the truth, to what the Lord is saying. And like I said, if Trump's supposed to be president, he gonna be president. If the Lord says so, then that's what it's gonna be. But if not, if anytime you going against the things of God, don't nothing good come out of that. Nothing. When the people are rebelling against what the Lord said, that's not good. It's not good. But I just pray God's grace and mercy upon us all. And that we will repent and turn back to the things of God. God bless you, everyone. And thank you so much for listening. Please like and share my channel and my videos. And thank you so much for watching. God bless you and have a good day. Bye-bye.